Hi Tauruses, welcome to Souls Intersect. I have your May of 2016 reading. An overview of this reading is I'm seeing you on the edges of another realm. I know that sounds pretty intense. I feel that you are really exploring your spirituality more, or it's possible that for some of you, you've been receiving premonitions or precognitive dreams, really intense astral travels, things like that happening to you. I'm really seeing you standing on this boundary between earth and spirit, and there's so much potential for you there. I'm really honing in on the wings and temperance here, and I'm really seeing that this process is something that will really help you take flight, can literally give you wings. Well, not literally, but figuratively in the spiritual sense. Um, and it's something that will definitely take time in the sense that you will need to focus and be patient with the process if this is something that you're exploring. And if it's something that you feel like has just been coming to you, I still feel like there may be time required to really fine tune the skills to help you harness this ability more. But for Tauruses being drawn to this reading, I really do feel that you have a strong intuitive sense, and there may even be some a fire sign rising or a water sign rising that is really amplifying this for you. Not that an earth sign can't be intuitive, but I'm seeing on the left here these two figures looking off to the left, and I feel like the first thing is that they're kind of looking over that boundary between earth and space, and one is a fire element and one is a water element. So I think that's an aspect of you and could be a rising or moon sign for you as well. I definitely see enlightenment also. If you're not someone who has been feeling a stronger intuition or is not ready to explore that yet or hasn't started exploring that yet, I think there will be like a dawning of a new idea, something coming to fruition in that sense. And I believe that would be coming from spirit, even if it's not something that you're really delving into right now. Enlightenment, something really coming to you. It could be something you've been contemplating or wanting inspiration for, creatively or academically, or in terms of a project. I feel like this month and this summer really could bring in for you an enlightenment, illumination around that. Could be something that you weren't even expecting, but I do get the sense that you've been contemplating it or waiting for it. Okay, so this Nine of Pentacles is really encompassing who you are this month, and I feel like this year. I'm getting this really strong sense of independence, feeling at peace with yourself. This is something that you've already started taking steps towards, are already embracing, or are hoping for. And it's here, the energy, excuse me, the energy for it is here with you. I just feel like, again, there's some fine tuning that's coming into play to really be able to feel, harness your abilities, and this could be spiritual or physical things, but harness those abilities and have both feet on the ground while also having clarity of mind is the message there. that's something that you will become and have already started making steps towards. And there's a wealth of riches available for you with that. And that could be literal for some of you or figurative. But I do feel like it will bring you to a place of better enjoyment of life because of the comfort that you have with yourself. And again, the groundedness matched with the clarity and illumination from above. The colors in this are just absolutely really standing out to me. In fact, next to this Queen of Cups, I'm seeing, and that's another aspect of you, this heart opening in you. I'm seeing those pastel colors in the Queen of Cups, also very beautiful, but the vibrancy of this Nine of Pentacles almost drowning out some of that. And so I think there is a warning there to make sure that in all of this, there's illumination coming in, there's groundedness, possibly riches, or just being busy and having a lot of work to do. Be sure that you're not letting that drown out your emotions in any way. Try to incorporate your emotions into every aspect of your life. That's not to say to be overly emotional or anything, but to make sure that you're giving a voice to anything that you're feeling throughout any part of the process. I don't want for emotions to be drowned out. I'm not sure if you can see the contrast in those two cards. But the other really beautiful thing about that is that on the other hand, the softness of the colors in that emotional card are giving more vibrancy to this other card, this really strong sense of self. So I think the other message there, and almost the flip side of that, is that by being this soft individual, expressive and recognizing of your emotions, will help you to be this vibrant, independent, wealthy, whether literal or figurative, character. And so that's a really beautiful mirroring happening there. Looking to these two cards on the left, and then I want to bring in this other card. Hello, who is this guy? I'm not sure. This is a person. I feel like the two cards on the left are aspects of you. The Two of Wands at the top, and then the Queen of Cups. And then there's this other person who may be an air sign. Or, if not an air sign, he is very determined, very mental in his focus, logical. And for this particular reading, he feels older to me. I feel like this is an older person. For some of you, I think that this is a spiritual teacher coming into play. I feel that his character is very humble. And although he does have this logical, fiery, airy determination, I think that he's really wielded it well, and especially in interactions with you, is very humbled, and that's something that you help bring out in him. So, because of this Two of Wands facing this Knight of Swords, this is a card, by the way, that was at the bottom of the deck, but it really spoke to me, and I felt like this person had a strong presence in the reading, so I wanted to speak to this. I do feel like it's a spiritual interaction. So for some of you, I think that this is a spiritual teacher. It could also be some other kind of mentor or literal teacher in another subject area. But regardless, I feel that you have a spiritual connection. I almost feel like his hand holding the sword in the bottom right of this Knight of Swords card is the same hand that is holding the second wand in the Two of Wands. And between you, you have this beautiful crystal ball. And it's talking about it's showing me your spiritual connection. With his abilities, what he brings to you is, and the way that you bring out qualities in him, it's almost like it's converting that sword into a wand. There's someone you're interacting with whose character is softened around you for whatever reason. And it's this really beautiful connection that I'm feeling. The strongest connection is really between these two cards, the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands. I think the most important thing is the spiritual connection. And it is possible that it's romantic too. And it's possible that it didn't start out that way and it's developing into that, because this Queen of Cups card, it seems to be a little bit more of a subtle energy connecting the two, but it's there. And it may be one-sided for right now, coming from you. I do feel like this is an aspect of you. And that you're starting to open up emotionally to this person. So it could be romantic, but it could also just be that you're becoming more attached and more connected because of some kind of work that you're doing together. But in terms of what I was saying about possible emotions being held back and that being almost a risk for you, I feel like this person is helping you with that. So whether or not it turns into something romantic, if there are romantic feelings, regardless, I feel like this person is bringing you a gift. And someone or multiple people who are drawn to this reading, I do feel like are, if you don't suppress emotions, I feel like there may be some trouble expressing them. But I do feel like for someone, there's suppression of emotions, and that this person will help with that. It could be a therapist as well. This could be, and sometimes we do develop these emotional attachments to someone in that role as well. So that could be something that's happening. The other way that I'm going to read this is that for some of you, you could be embodying this Knight of Swords, and if that's the case, I feel that you're approaching yourself in a different way, and it could be because of some of this enlightenment that's coming in. And I just really see you as being this powerful figure with vigor, taking initiative to explore your emotions and your spirituality, or at least the source of your inspiration, to become more grounded and independent. And you could also be taking on, you could be a mentor for someone. There may be someone that you are guiding. If that's the case, if you're embodying this Knight of Swords, there may be someone that you're guiding spiritually or giving advice to, someone who's on an adventure, on a mission, exploring things him or herself. It feels like it's a young person in this case. And you're being looked to for guidance. And this is something that you're forming an emotional attachment around, but it's really a beautiful thing that is helping the both of you. I'm really getting that for maybe a male who's watching this, for like a son or nephew or niece or someone younger. But it could also be for a female watching. But the person being guided does feel like someone younger, and it does feel like there's an emotional attachment being made, and it feels like that's a heart opening for both of you. But especially important for you, since that's the focus of the reading. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed the reading, If you're interested in one of my private readings, please email me at soulsintersect@gmail.com, or there's a link to book a reading on my YouTube page. Thank you.